Today I'm here to tell you about More Days at the Morisaki Bookshop, the sequel to Days at the Morisaki Bookshop. If you haven't seen my first video yet, you might not fully understand the characters or feel the thoughts I shared about the series. The link is in the comment box, so please check it out. Let's start with a short summary of this beautiful book. This story takes place a few years after Days at the Morisaki Bookshop. Takako is now still deeply connected to the Morisaki Bookshop family. Though she has returned to her career as a designer, she continued to be part of the bookshop's world in her own way. In this book, we once again return to the charming book town of Jimbocho, where not only books but the people around them tell their own stories. The book explores different types of book lovers. Some people only collect rare or antique books. Some aren't even interested in the books themselves but are obsessed with the artworks. Some readers only accept the first editions and refuse to touch any later print. The book dives deeper into the emotional connection between people and books. We see characters come and go, fall in love, return, and some eventually die. But at the center of it all, Satoru is faced with a big decision. Should he keep the shop open or finally let it go? This novel is warm, gentle, and full of quiet emotions, perfect for those who believe in the healing power of stories and the magic that lives inside every book. So, after reading both parts, I would like to share my personal thoughts. Honestly, I loved the first part more than the second one. The first part felt more peaceful, full of healing, and the scenes around the bookshop were very calm and nostalgic. In the second part, though it had some interesting turns and meaningful moments, I felt it was a bit more emotional and heavy, especially because of Momoko. Anyway, that's how I felt while reading. Now let's move to something that really touched my heart. This part of the story surprised me with something very emotional, something that stayed with me even after I finished reading. It's the tragic love story of a real-life Japanese writer named Sakunosuke Oda. This part was beautifully mentioned in the novel, and even though it wasn't the main focus, it had such a deep impact on me. Sakunosuke, a real-life Japanese writer, died at the young age of 33. Sakunosuke's life was filled with hardship. He had tuberculosis and had to leave school because of it. Even though he was sick, he started writing, but none of his early works were successful. Still, he didn't give up. One day, he met a girl who worked at a coffee shop. It was love at first sight. They fell in love, got married, and tried to live a simple life, even though they were poor. But fate was cruel to him again. After a few years, his wife became seriously ill and passed away. That loss broke him. Yet, in the middle of his pain, he kept writing, as if his words were the only way he could stay close to her. And finally, people began to recognize his talent. But by then, his health had worsened. He would write endlessly day and night, without sleep or food. He began relying on drugs to keep going, not for fame, but just to feel connected to the wife he had lost. Even when he was hospitalized, he asked for a pen and notebook. He still wanted to write for her. And then he passed away, with an open ink bottle and his manuscript by his side. This story made me realize some love stories aren't loud or dramatic. They are quiet, painful, and hidden in pages that most people will never read. But that doesn't make them any less real. I think this moment in the book reminds us that behind every writer, behind every story, there is often some kind of hidden sorrow. Next is Momoko, the goodbye I wasn't ready for. Among all the characters in the story, Momoko was my favorite. Her calm presence, her love for nature, her quiet strength, they felt so real, so comforting. Maybe that's why, when I found out she passed away, I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't accept it. I kept reading the words over and over again, hoping I misunderstood. But I hadn't. She was gone. It felt so unfair. The one who cooked with love, who brought peace to the people around her, who lived so freely and kindly. She didn't deserve such an ending. Her death wasn't dramatic, it was quite like her. But that silence hurt more than words ever could. Even now, I still carry a soft sadness for her. I miss her like she was someone I actually knew. Somehow, this book made me cry and laugh. After Momoko died, I was shocked, completely heartbroken. She was my favorite, and I still can't believe she is gone. But that's the beauty of this story. It makes you feel sometimes happy, sometimes gloomy, sometimes emotional, and sometimes completely still. I hope you will enjoy this book. Happy reading. Some quotes from Days at the Morisaki Bookshop series. Your life is yours. It doesn't belong to anyone else. No matter where you go or how many books you read, you still know nothing. You haven't seen anything, and that's life. Even the most ordinary day can shine if you see it from the right angle. Books don't judge you, they just wait quietly until you are ready. Sometimes healing doesn't look like magic, it looks like routine, like showing up at the same place every day until your heart feels safe again.